Yes! 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 Hey, wrestling fans! Welcome to Thank you. Welcome to another episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, and we have a special episode tonight. We are here live, leaving the parking garage of the Joe Louis Arena, and it was tonight, Night of Champions, live on pay-per-view. This is the WWE Night of Champions post-show, Sunday, September 15th, 2013. I am Lance Brock, and I am being joined for the first time since I don't even know when by my co-host and my tag team partner, Tony Vaselli. Hey there.
Hi.
And we are now in the parking garage at Joe Louis Arena as we just finished watching a great WWE pay-per-view Night of Champions. And we have a new WWE champion, but we will get to that a little bit later on. And let's start off from the very beginning tonight. We get to Joe Louis Arena, we wait there. It's a little bit of rain, just a little sprinkle, drizzle, whatever you want to call it. And who do we get to shake hands with but none other than WWE Hall of Famer Bob Backlund. That was pretty cool.
It was. I couldn't tell what he was exactly saying, but he was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Newly Hall of Famer.
And we go into the Joe, sit around for a little bit. I buy the official Night of Champions t-shirt. And we see some Twitter campaign they did with two local radio DJs, and the one that won was from WJLB, I think. I don't even remember his name, and he went up against some fat cowboy dude from WYCD. And
Jason 300-pound cowboy and Bushman.
Oh yeah, that's it. I really don't know who either of these guys are, to be honest.
Because you don't listen to radio.
Well, I do, just not like the local FM radio. But I do listen to wrestling radio all the time.
See, you need to get out more.
No, you need to get out more. And now, let's get on to the show. And then we have the Kickoff PreShow that's available just about everywhere on the internet. YouTube, Facebook, the WWE app, Samsung Smart TVs, Xbox Live. Yes! 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 Sorry, another yes chant broke out. I had to go along with it.
First off, the windows are up. Yes, we can hear them, but you just screamed in my ear.
You didn't mind?
Roll the window down.
Fine.
No.
The window's down. Happy?
Kind of.
Alright, now let's get... And we are... how many feet would you say we are away from the Kickoff Show panel?
About 20 feet.
So we were pretty close to them. And the pre-show panel is WWE Hall of Famer Booker T, Alex Riley,
Josh Matthews.
yes, and the last week, the newly returning Santino Marella. But you know what I think would be pretty cool though? Of course we couldn't hear them, but I think they should kind of do where they have them over the speakers so the live crowd there should hear it. I think that'd be cool. So now it is time for the pre-show match, and it is the tag team turmoil match to see who will the number one contenders for the tag team titles be later on in the night. And it is the primetime players, as some person rudely honks their horn while we're on the radio.
They were chanting, yes. And somebody's playing Fine Dango.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Wow,
I think
that was way offbeat.
Yeah, it was. But all right, let's get to the match if we ever can. Now, I hear his theme song playing.
Someone's cranking Fandango right now.
All right, they're Fandangoing here at the Joe. There's another yes chant.
Okay, get back to that.
Now we got the primetime players, the Usos, the 3MB, and I am forgetting the third team.
What?
Primetime Players, Usos, 3MB. Oh, tons of funk.
Oh, yeah.
And this was actually, I thought, pretty good. And it is, what did you think of this match?
For tag team turmoil, it was actually a pretty good match. I mean,
and the crowd was into it too.
Yeah, I mean, it was fairly quick. I mean, nothing.
Well, it's just the pre-show. I mean, like...
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was good even though it was quick.
Yeah, but I was actually surprised by how good it was. And your winners of the match...
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Good job. Now, the winners of the match and the new number one contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, the Primetime Players.
Yes.
And now it is time to start the pay-per-view, and we kick it off with an in-ring promo from WWE COO Triple H. And he says, "Are you ready for Night of Champions?" And then he...
That's all he said?
No, that was just the first thing he said.
No, it wasn't.
Well, one of the first things he said.
No, what was it? That was the last thing he said.
First, last, it doesn't matter, Jack. And now Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel come out, and then Triple H basically says he did make a mistake and the title wasn't on the line. I'm not recapping the whole promo.
Well, you're just going over a part that's just randomly added to there. That made no sense. Oh, he made a mistake. Wait, what was his mistake?
I haven't got to it yet.
Yes, you did. You passed the mistake. Went right to what he finished with.
Can we just do this show?
I'm trying to, but you're making it hard to.
What? I'm talking about what happened.
You know, if the professor listens to this, he's going to be pissed off.
At you.
He won't be pissed off at me. You're the one making the grammar. Oh, I can't even talk right now. Damn it.
And you're talking about my grammar.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just do the show. Okay, you want to recap the promo? You do it, Jack.
Alright, Triple H comes out, it's King of Kings, he's getting booed, he's cheered a little bit. Well, he comes out, and he's talking about Night of Champions, the matches, saying he actually puts a stamp of approval on anything. Well, after he gets done saying, "Are you ready?" Paul Heyman comes out, they go back and forth a little bit, and Paul starts to leave the ring. Well, now Curtis Axel wants to talk. And then Triple H brings up the fact that he made the mistake of not putting Curtis Axel's title on the line. Yeah, I screwed that part up. Curtis Axel's title not on the line. So he does, since Curtis opened his big mouth.
Curtis Axel.
Yes. And then that match takes place right away, and Triple H said it would be the first person he walks into the back. So, about 45 seconds later, we find out that is Kofi Kingston.
Boom! Boom! Just had to do that.
You couldn't wait it?
No.
Alright.
Good match. Very good way to open the pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was actually a good match.
Yeah. But still Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel. But, like I said, I enjoyed this match. I didn't really expect Kofi to win it, since this was an unadvertised match. But Axel retains, and now we see the beautiful AJ Lee walking backstage, and she runs into Layla, Oksana, and Alicia Fox, I believe. And then Fox and Oksana walk away, and then Layla is still with AJ, and then she walks away. And now it's time for the match, Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Divas Championship. And we got the beautiful AJ Lee defending against Naomi, Natalya, and Brie Bella. And for a Divas match, I actually thought this was pretty good.
Yes.
And still Divas champion AJ Lee.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Which I am happy about. I was hoping she would go over because she deserves the title more than anybody on the Divas roster, except for maybe Natty. But I am really becoming even a bigger fan than AJ Lee lately. What were your thoughts on this Divas match, Tony?
It was a good match for once. They actually let the Divas wrestle. Not too many gimmicks. It was just no one. Oh wait, there was one missed spot, but it was only one missed spot.
That would be kind of being too nitpicky just to complain about that.
I know,
but
a lot of people are gonna nitpick about it. But overall, it was a good match.
And all right, I need a little refresh of the memory. Do we see a backstage promo after this?
Possibly.
Yes. And now I believe we go to the World Heavyweight Championship match. All right, yeah. Rob Van Dam and Ricardo are backstage. And Ricardo is teaching them a little bit of Spanish. And then finally, Van Dam asks him, what is Spanish for World Heavyweight Champion? And then Ricardo says it's Universal RVD. RVD. Not bad backstage segment here. What did you think of it?
No, it was kind of a little funny. The only thing I didn't like was actually that part. Was it's Universal RVD. But I mean, I get what they were going after. I just didn't think it was done right.
I didn't mind it.
See, you didn't love it.
No, it didn't set my world on fire or anything, true, but it didn't bother me at all. Yeah. It didn't make me want to go on a psycho rage of anger and just hit things like I'm doing now.
Why are you hitting my car?
I don't know. I was just describing.
I buy you tickets to Night of Champions and you beat my car.
Just heat in the moment, or heat in the moment, or what's that saying? Yeah, heat in the moment, or
heat of the moment.
That too, and and I'm excited after the show.
I know we're getting all off track here.
Yeah. So now we have the World Heavyweight Championship match: Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam.
More yes chants.
Yes, 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 yes. We're still getting into yes chants here in the parking garage, and for the most part, I thought this was a really good match. But the end, Del Rio's got the cross arm breaker locked in. Van Dam gets the ropes, does not break the hold, and it's a disqualification. So the winner as a result of a disqualification, Michigan's own Rob Van Dam. But of course, as a result of a DQ, Van Dam does not win the title. Still World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio. And well, like I said, I thought this was a really good match, but a little disappointed that by the finish. Didn't enjoy it. But what did you think, Tony?
No, I didn't enjoy it either. I mean, if they would have had, Ricardo turn heel and, help Alberto again, that would have been nice. Or if they would have had RVD win it and just win it, or RVD win it and Sandow cash in, or...
No.
I don't know. Something better than what they had.
Yeah, but on the way here, we both predicted Ricardo to turn on Rob Van Dam, but we were both wrong. That did not happen. But here's the only thing that I can think of right now, is that they did not want to put the world title on Van Dam, but they also didn't want to beat him here in Michigan, his hometown.
That's about right.
So really, that's the only thing I can think of is why they did the DQ finish. So
yeah, but they could have done a better DQ finish than that.
I agree, but that, like I said, that's the only explanation I can think of.
Well, no, I mean that's a good explanation. That's a perfect explanation. But why is it like no one got the end? The whole arena was dead.
Yeah.
If you watched it, you would have seen the whole arena was dead.
The finish fell flat.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. They could have done something a little better to keep
chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
And, well, speaking of chairs, after, we do see a Van Terminator from Rob Van Dam. So that got the crowd a little back into it. Now...
Was that a Van Terminator? I thought it was just Coast to Coast.
That is the Van Terminator.
Oh wait, I'm thinking Van Daminator.
Yeah, the Van Daminator is where he just throws up the chair, because Coast to Coast is when Shane O'Mac does it.
I know, but, I just know it's Coast to Coast, all right? It's cool. It's cool. It sounds cooler. Though Van Terminator's pretty damn cool.
I was going to say. Alright, now here's what I think what's going to happen. Let me know your opinion. Next month, Battleground, maybe a ladder match between these two for the title.
Possibly. They both won these matches in the past.
And...
oh, we're all squeezing into one freaking lane here.
Now, next up, we see the... wait, I don't know why I just thought of this, but we did not mention the Real Americans during that tag team match.
I thought you did.
I did? Oh, well, maybe I did. I just don't remember. But they were in the match with Zeb Coulter.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually impressive in the match.
They were.
Alright, now let's get back to the actual pay-per-view. And next up, I believe, is CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman. No disqualification, elimination, handicap match. And I am correct by that, right?
You're close.
And,
Yeah,
okay.
because that one, then you had the Shield 2 matches in the middle.
Alright, now, I thought this match was pretty entertaining.
Wait,
What?
forgot Fandango.
Oh, yes. And how could I have forgot this? Because this was actually the biggest part of the show where I popped the most. And no, I did not pop for Fine Dango. Although I am a fan of Fine Dango. But what I popped for, what got me excited for this match, was my girl, the beautiful Summer Rae. Now that was the reason I was picking Fine Dango to win this match. But
He didn't.
he took on The Miz in what was a decent match, I would say. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't really that special either. But
No, there was nothing special about it. It was just a match.
Decent. Would you agree?
I mean, it was a match. It was a good match.
Yeah.
Nothing bad about it. Nothing spectacular about it. Just a match.
True. And The Miz gets the win, but I was rooting for Fine Dango because I wanted to see a happy Summer Rae. Nobody wants to see a disappointed Summer Rae.
So, you disappointer. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. You just like insulting your co-host, don't you?
Technically, you're the host. I'm the co-host.
Yeah, but, like, say, your boss. Then.
Yep.
Some employee you are. You're not getting a Christmas discount this year.
This is your Christmas present. Dude, what the hell?
It is?
It's got to be something.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. As we pass the WWE trucks right now.
Anything else.
Nice.
You could be taking pictures of all of this.
Well, why don't you stop?
I'm too busy driving.
It would have been a blur. It would have been a blur if I would have tried to while you were driving.
Okay, we're on the radio.
Alright. Now, see, you distract me. It's like, see, I'm like Uncle Si. See, like, I'm talking about one thing, and then you start talking about something in the WWE trucks, and then you were talking about pictures, and then them, and then I got distracted by them, and I was thinking about the trucks, and then pictures, and then we're doing the show now.
We've been doing the show.
Yeah, got that right. Now, where were we? We just finished the world title, or no, we didn't.
Fandango.
Oh yeah, Fandango, and at least say his name properly. Fandango was defeated by The Miz.
Fandango.
And next up, that's not Titus O'Neil that blew that whistle, by the way. It's some lady in the road.
It's called the police.
Oh. Good. And now we see the match for the United States Championship. The champion Dean Ambrose defending against Dolph Ziggler. And I enjoyed this match. Nice little match right here, right after the world title. Or Fandango versus Miz. And I thought it was good. I liked it. Ambrose went over and retained the title. And Tony, what was your thoughts?
Good match.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And after the match, Reigns and Rollins came out to celebrate with Ambrose, and then they stayed in the ring for the tag team title match. And then we see the winners of the tag team turmoil match from the Kickoff Show, the Primetime Players, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. And this one was also another good match here. The champions, the Shield, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins went over, retained, which was what I wanted to see. And I like this match. And what was your thoughts on this tag team match, Tony?
Good match also. I mean, most of these matches don't really have too much, next to Punk's match and the final match, Orton and Bryan. All the other matches there was nothing special about them, but they were all good matches.
There were no bad matches on this show, though. That's a plus.
No bad matches, just some were just good. Nothing special to them.
And it is now time for the main event of the evening.
Did we even go over the Punk and Heyman match?
All right.
We didn't even go over it.
Well, you distracted me talking about Fine Dango and The Miz. I was about to. Okay, let's recap that. Now, very good match here. No disqualification. Punk comes out with a kendo stick, and then Axel also gets a easy for me to say, kendo stick, and they use the kendo sticks, use a chair, a table is brought into the ring, and then Punk makes Curtis Axel tap out with the Anaconda Vice. And now
the GTS.
Yes. And then Heyman is all alone. The referees come down and take Axel to the back. And Heyman is all alone. Punk hits him with the kendo stick a little bit. He brings out some handcuffs.
Ooh.
And then
you forgot about the chase around the arena.
Oh yeah, he did chase him. Heyman tried to escape. He ran right in front of us. Not right in front of us, but right in front of our section, I should say.
Yep.
And then he jumps the guardrail again. Heyman goes to get in the ring, but Punk gets on top of him and stops him. And then he uses the kendo stick a little bit, gets the handcuffs Heyman, goes for the GTS, I believe, doesn't he?
Not after being hammered.
Oh. Well, he did motion for it one time.
He did, but it wasn't enough.
Then I think he was teasing the table, wasn't he?
Teased the table. No, he didn't tease the table. He just started beating him with a kendo stick.
Oh, true. But there were table chants from the crowd.
Yes, we wanted to see him go through the table. But
and
we found out why.
Who do we see? Maybe a new Heyman guy here. It's none other than Ryback. And comes out, spears Punk to the table, and covers Heyman over the top of CM Punk. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match, believe it or not, Paul Heyman. And
the stupidest thing happened afterwards.
I thought the match was pretty good. So what did you think of the match itself?
The match was good. It was well done. But not even Ryback. Well, it's partially Ryback, but what they had Ryback do to Heyman afterwards, once again, the arena was silent because we were looking at stupidity.
He put Paul Heyman over his shoulder and carried him to the back.
He didn't. Heyman could walk. He might have carried him out like that. He could have got some bolt cutters. Or he's strong. He could have broke the cuffs, but he lifted him up on his shoulder and carried him out the arena.
Yes. And he did not drop him.
He did not drop him.
Okay, now we got that covered. And we already talked about the U.S. and tag title matches. And now it is time to recap the main event for the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan taking on the Viper Randy Orton. And I thought this was an awesome main event. I love this match. And we have a new WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan, believe it or not. He was the underdog actually going into this. Well, some people would say anyway. But he defeated the Viper and won the title.
Under a little controversy.
Yes. Well, you mentioned one time the original referee in the match, Scott Armstrong, was knocked out. And we see another referee from the back. And then Scott Armstrong comes back in. And you said this was a fast count, didn't you, Tony?
Yes. It was a fast count. Looking at the replay, I think they did it in slow motion, so that's why I said it might not have been a fast count. But I believe it was a fast count. But there was no Triple H on the screen. There was nothing else. But I'm believing it was a fast count.
Now, I was actually surprised by this, but it's a good surprise because I really did not expect Daniel Bryan to win the title. He won it clean. Nothing happened after the end. Triple H didn't come out and try to reverse the decision or anything. New WWE champion Daniel Bryan. We were on our feet saying yes, yes, yes. The whole arena was, really. And then just a great match. And what were your thoughts on the main event, Tony?
It's a great match. Well done. There's going to be something going on Raw tomorrow with that fast count, possibly. Or we did see the promo when Orton went to Triple H's office, and the reason why no one was allowed at ringside, no Big Show, no Shield, nobody at all, is to see if Triple H picked the right guy. And, well, I guess we're going to see what that comes down to.
Orton might be in trouble tomorrow.
Yes. And the other thing is, when the possible fast count went, we never seen Orton try to kick out after the third one. He still laid there, so it's I'm going with it's a fast count. Whether it is or not, I don't know.
Alrighty, that was WWE Night of Champions 2013. And I just want to say, now, if I was at home watching it on pay-per-view, I really don't know what I would rate this pay-per-view or what my opinion on it would be. But being there live, I thought it was great. I loved this pay-per-view. Like you said, there were no bad matches. Every match was at least good or better, and the main event was great. And being there, seeing Daniel Bryan win the title, all the yes chants with the fingers and everything in the air, and
you make it sound like he's Stone Cold now. There's just middle fingers everywhere.
I didn't say middle fingers. I just said fingers.
When you think of a finger, you're usually thinking the middle finger.
I don't. So it was a great night, great pay-per-view, and I'm going to try to check out the replay during the week to see how it come off on the pay-per-view broadcast. But I loved it. I give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, a 10, whatever you want to call it. Tony, WWE Night of Champions, what were your thoughts?
It was good. Overall good. Out of 10, I'd give it a 7. You had good matches.
7?
Well, you had good matches all the way through, but there was only a couple really big spots.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
To me, it's a 7 or an 8. It's a good pay-per-view, but, when it comes out on DVD, is it going to get many orders? No.
It might.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because everyone knows what happened.
I would be interested in getting this on DVD.
But there was nothing truly special about it next to Bryan actually winning. He's the only one to where the championship changed hands.
I don't know, maybe it was just there being live. My excitement level was just up more. The adrenaline. I loved this whole show. Okay. I'm trying this to be a PG show. Well, you just threw that out the window.
When the guy behind me has his lights fucking off and I can't see him.
Sorry, kids, if there are any kids listening to this show. Which there were quite a few by us tonight.
Yes, there were.
Now, they could be listening to this when it's posted and they're hearing you use foul language.
Well, I'm sorry.
You should apologize.
The guy behind me did not have his lights on.
Hey, what are you going to do?
Me or him?
I know, but hey, try to calm down. We just saw a great pay-per-view. Try to be happy, happy, happy.
I am happy, happy, happy.
Alright then. Alright, let's wrap up. Thanks for everybody listening in to WWE Night of Champions post-show. And before we go, we have to get some plugs in. You can like 360 Wrestling Fanatic Radio on Facebook. Follow the show on Twitter at 360 Fanatic Radio. You can also follow 360 Wrestling Fanatic on Instagram and Pinterest. And you can email the show at lb360wrestlingfanatic@aol.com. If you have any questions, any comments, whatever, once again, lb360wrestlingfanatic@aol.com. And go back, listen to the last episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic with the interview with the new Clash Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the 5-star attraction, the Hollywood sensation, and the main event, Justin Maine. And one of the last episodes of the Women's Wrestling Report was Xandra Bale, and the recap of Clash Wrestling All Out War, and the interview with Professor Matthew Priest. And those are all the plugs we got here for tonight. We're going to wrap up and go home after a great Night of Champions pay-per-view that we were live at Joe Louis Arena. And Tony, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.